Shafere Manyora.
Fere Kamani La Postini.
Next
Aloha.
one. We are
Shout out.
back.
Once again, a week later.
Yo, a week later, dog. Now it's like every week, dog.
We need to get to every day. What you
Every
talking
day,
about?
but every day is too much,
We need
dog.
to get to every day,
I'm
bro.
tired, bro. Next week we're gonna do it again. There's more editing for me.
I'm jumping in. I'll help you on that
Shout
one.
out,
I'm
shout out,
jumping in
shout out.
soon, man.
How you doing otherwise?
Doing great, my homie. As you know, we just killed the show for UCT right now.
Yeah,
and
man.
everything, so that was also fun.
That was
But how you feeling after that?
That was a vibe. Listen, I loved that show better than any other show that he actually did.
That we've
there
done.
was a lot of chemistry,
Hey,
there was a lot of
spoke a
vibe.
lot.
We spoke, dog. There was a point it didn't even sound like a radio show anymore. You know what I mean?
Talk show. It was a talk show. We're turning it into
a proper talk
podcast.
show, bro, you know?
We're turning it into a podcast.
Yeah, bro. We even forgot we're supposed to play music at one point. Yeah, you
Maybe
know
the
what I mean?
listeners were all tired of us already.
Nah, I think they loved it, though. I think they loved it. You
I
know what I
think
mean?
so too, man.
We
I
just
have
need a
faith in
phone
us.
next time, and then we'll get people to call in.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's definitely in the works, actually.
Nah?
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
definitely in the
It's a,
works.
I think one other thing is that what I love is that the space is also very professional, you know what I mean? I
Yeah,
know they're still
yeah.
working on some other aspect, but it's like very professional, very nice and stuff like that,
Yeah,
you know?
true.
So definitely, people should definitely, you know what I mean? Like you check out the channel as well, or
For
check
sure.
out UCT Radio.
Check out UCT Radio, of course. Yeah.
Every Saturday at 4 till 7 on UCT Radio.
It could have been a braai.
It could have been
We're
a braai.
doing a radio leg of the podcast,
Yeah.
so you guys can definitely check that out. We're gonna be releasing it also as a podcast very soon.
Definitely,
You know, yeah.
definitely,
We're just
definitely.
working on the mechanics.
The
mechanics, you know.
So what is that? Is that like 2.0 of it? Or is it, you know you'll do like a 2 point
Yeah,
of
a
something.
2.0.
Yeah, 2.0 type vibes.
I guess it's a 2.0 as well. It's a Demtuda 2.0.
Oh, the album that you didn't like. I didn't forget that, by the way.
Well, I didn't say I didn't like that album, but I didn't rate it better than the first one. I didn't like it better than the first one.
Is that what you said on the day?
I said
Because that makes sense. I mean, the first one was
was much
legendary.
better, right?
It was legendary.
Yes. What I
Happens
said.
with every
What
artist.
I said was that anybody who thinks that the album that he dropped now is world class is playing, because it isn't. Because what was world class is what he
Okay.
dropped before.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's where we
differed.
clashed. Yes,
Yeah,
that's where we clashed.
differed.
When
You
you're
thought
like
when I was saying he's trash.
No, and
All
and,
in all.
and mainly as well on the point that it's not world class. Because for me,
It's a
it was
world-class
like,
album.
come on, bro. It's them two that after all. You know what I mean?
I
It's
guess
not.
so.
It's not
I
like
guess so.
you
Look,
know.
I'll say this. I had a chance, because I always do that, whereby I will go back if we had like a disagreement with something or different opposing views.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
always go back and go and listen and go check whether my opinion was actually even close to the truth or not. You know, so
Yeah.
that at least I know that I'm feeding people some proper
Yeah.
information.
So
on
you
here.
so you verify your facts.
I verified my facts and I stick by my opinion.
Yeah.
The better album is the first one.
No,
But
definitely.
the second album is also a decent body
Definitely.
of work.
The first album is the one that had the instrumental of Carbs and Should
Should
Lose.
Lose, yeah, that
no, that
one.
was
It was a hit. It was a hit.
that was hectic.
Yeah, it was
dog, you know what I
hectic.
mean?
And that for me actually made me fall in love with piano even more, because
yeah.
I resonated with that sound
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah. And that was different. That wasn't actually. I was about to say that album was somewhat of. It was actually deep, dog.
Yeah, it was deep
It
house.
was deep house. It
With
was
a
not
lockdown.
with the exactly. You know what I mean? It was
With
not
the
piano,
lockdown.
dog. And even his now tunes, like if you listen to his tunes now,
Yeah.
I feel like he does deep, dog.
Yeah,
but he
yeah,
does it in a
definitely.
commercial space. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
definitely.
Where you can really vibe to it and get on a table.
Do you know
and
what I'd
talk.
love to see?
Yeah.
A collaboration between him and Kelvin Momo. I don't know if we've
Oh
gotten one.
shit! Oh shit! Yeah.
If he and Kelvin Momo can get on it, I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
definitely would get like something special.
It would
Like
be
even
something
if they
different.
dedicate like an album that they do, just the both of them,
Away.
masterpiece. I can already see it.
Away.
Yeah.
No, it would be definitely something dope. I mean, Calvin Momo is also a legend, you know, in the game. But the collaboration that I liked of him as well is the one that he did. He did a couple of tracks with Stocky.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Was
there's
too
that one
nice,
there,
ne?
Catalina.
Yes. It was too nice, ne?
It was the Spanish. It looked like the Spanish train, dog. Catalina. I don't know. It's another fire one, man.
For sure.
Another fire one.
Otherwise, I'm pretty sure everybody's a bit taken aback by our background, taken aback by our environment. They're like, bamkile collab. No, we haven't left at collab. We're just taking a quick shot left. You want to tell them where we at?
We're at Yobo Love in Short Market Street. It's actually 68 Short Market Street.
86.
86.
Yeah, you got the numbers.
Hey, you understand? You understand?
Yeah.
I'm used to 69s. That's why. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, we're here. We're supporting. There's actually an event happening by Killer G. He's doing a live performance. If you know Killer G, you know that he brings nothing but elegance. You know, he drips in it, bro.
I played some Killer G music for some people that didn't know about
Really?
Killer G. Yeah. So I was talking to them and I was telling them about this exactly. And I told them, no, Killer G is going to be performing. And they're like, who's Killer G? I'm like, y'all don't know Killer G?
Yeah.
Killer G.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, let me play something for you.
Yeah.
And like, first song, dog, they were actually drawn to
The
him.
vibe
They're
into
like,
it,
yo,
yeah.
this is actually for a Cape Town
Yeah.
person. Like, this is a Cape Town person making this type of music, this sound.
I feel like it's
and
gonna.
it actually sounds dope.
Yeah.
You know, so they were very drawn to him, and I was very surprised. But I kind of expected it also at the same time. It's like, he makes good music at the end of the day. Definitely going to like Killer.
Yeah.
So shout outs to Killer for having us here, man, because he's doing a performance later. And it is thanks to him that we're here.
Yeah, definitely. And we're having good vibes, you know. It's a bit of a different one from Collab, of course. You know, this is like a whiskey what?
It's a whiskey and wine bar.
Whiskey and wine
Yeah.
bar, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
I think what we should
we're
do,
on a different level.
I think what we should do is we should get some cuts of the place and put them in the podcast so that they see.
Yeah, but editing, cheap, but editing.
Oh, our ever-standing issue. Oh, wow.
we have to, dog. Like, that thing's it's not a joke, guys. Like, yo, it's not a joke, dog. I have sleepless nights. You know, this whole week, this whole week I've been fighting with my girlfriend. I fought with my mom. I fought with you just because of editing,
You've been
dog.
having
You know
a
what I
bad
mean?
week.
I've been having a fucking
Been
terrible
having a
week,
bad
dog.
week.
You know, just because of editing, dog. I had to edit an hour and 30-minute podcast, and my PC was just not having it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yes.
My PC was asking me like, "Oh, so you said you want to start a podcast? You're serious about it?" Okay. You know.
Where
what I
did you
mean?
think the power was going to come from?
Yeah, man.
Can you master the energy?
You know. But nah, definitely we'll take some pictures around. People can see. It's an amazing spot.
Yeah, man. Nice and
it's
intimate,
it's
yo. I
very
really love
intimate.
the vibes.
Very
yeah.
intimate.
Nice and
if you want to
intimate.
take, you know, your girlfriend out, or maybe your side chick, who knows? You know, it's up to you. It's your type of thing, not mine. You know what I mean? There's definitely a dope spot to just come out and have like a drink or two, have some food as well. I think they're still redecorating the
the kitchen is apparently is under construction, so they're using the Korean restaurant next door. I don't know if you want to eat duck, but yeah, that's what you can have.
Wait, they eat duck?
Dude, there's duck on the menu.
Really?
Duck and other stuff.
Is duck amazing?
Have you had it? Have you had some, boss lady?
You know people
It's like chicken.
Just like you know, people eat weird shit, bro. Like I don't lie to you. Like people, like in general, you know, like people love sushi as well. Like I don't get people.
You don't like
that-
sushi?
Nah, bro.
Yo, so nice.
You like sushi?
I like it, yeah.
Guys, the meat is
Look,
not
I'm not-
the meat is raw, dog.
I don't
like,
go
I don't
gaga.
understand.
That's the thing also. It's actually much more healthier to have fish like that. Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah, it's a much more healthier meal to have. Yeah, and
Look, all I'm saying is, how am I gonna have sushi with pap?
you can't.
Exactly.
Why?
That makes sense.
It's not a
Anything
dish that goes with that.
You know what I mean? Anything,
Nah,
anything that you
bro.
can't eat. My point is this: anything that you can't eat with pap doesn't make sense.
Ah, come on.
You know what I mean?
But
you have
did
to
you
have.
grow up in a hostel?
I grew up in Limpopo, dog.
I feel like you probably grew up in a hostel living with a Zulu taxi driver or something. You want to eat everything with pap. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna get cancelled now.
Kajan.
Yeah, the
that's the
taxi
lifestyle.
drivers are gonna come for you. dog.
That's the lifestyle there, bro.
Yeah, I
you
know, true.
Quite in fact, a side C. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
There's a hood. You know side C.
Yeah.
There's a place there.
In
right next to
Khayelitsha,
the-
right?
Yeah, in Khayelitsha.
Yeah.
There's a place there right next to the taxi rank. They call it Kwasasa. They
Okay.
serve those plates, dog.
Oh,
the
yeah?
plates they serve there. Have you ever
Got the
gone to a
mic,
black
got the mic.
people's funeral? You know when you go to black people's
Yeah,
funeral
yeah.
and they have like food galore.
Yeah.
And then they dish up. And then the meat, like the gravy is all there. The meat
Yeah.
is juicy.
Yeah.
The rice is like
Yeah.
it's perfectly cooked, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of cabbage.
Eish.
It's those type of plates you get there.
Yeah.
Ask me for how much.
How much?
Well, the last time I was there was 35 rand. But my guy, you eat that, you're full for 2 days. I'm telling you, dog. You eat that, you're full for 2 days. I swear to God. The first time I had that plate, I was sweating, dog. I was like, yo. Alright, Chong.
You're still sweating, bro. You're still sweating.
It left me with the condition.
You know, you say this. You remind me of this one time I went back. I was in Limpopo, like, I go to Limpopo every December, you know?
Sure.
And they had like a young wedding. So I think I told you about this in Limpopo. Limpopo, we always have like a first papa.
Yeah.
Right? As I mentioned
I think
that.
you mentioned the first papa thing,
so like
first
in
meal.
the morning, exactly. Do like a first meal there, you know? And this guy's like, but at this time, it was actually in the afternoon. They cooked up the pap, they cooked up the gravy with the meat there, you know? It was cow meat or it was steak vibes, you know what I mean? And then they took it, they put like a zanke.
Yeah.
They put it on a zanke, dog. The pap, the meat. Obviously the zanke was
zanke was
clean
properly
and whatnot.
clean, eh?
And, yeah.
Thank you.
And then they put...
I'm imagining a zanke with some cement on the dog or rust and such. And I'm like, my meat. Ow.
Yeah. It would be too much. And then they had literally like, they had the food there and whatnot. And we got there. And for me, I was like, you know, sometimes when you're coming from Cape Town, it takes you a long time to
adjust to certain things.
To let
for
go
sure.
of all these,
yeah,
you know,
city ways.
These city ways, yeah, you know, these fuckboy
city
vibes.
ways.
You know what I mean? That's a nice plug. So we get there, dog, and as we get there, well, as the food is laid down there, dog, and I don't wanna lie, that was one of the greatest meals I've ever had in my life.
Oh,
dog.
No,
And
was
everybody was just chowing, like there was no plates. Everybody was just around and we're just chowing and eating, dog.
That's dope.
And
actually.
it was a bloody vibe. No,
I can imagine. I can really imagine. That must be like very fulfilling because you're having like I would call pap an indigenous meal for us black people, dog, because we grew up got pap, you know.
Sure.
And funny thing is, you remember that day I was playing at La Barra.
Usi was hosting,
all that
Usi was
stuff.
hosting shot, yeah.
And I subsequently had the pap and the
I was
meat
also
they
playing
had,
on
and
that
you were
day.
also
I
playing
killed
that
it,
day.
though.
You killed yourself.
Yeah, tell them.
I told them already. I gave you your flowers. Come on. You were even wearing a rose that day. But I was so shook, man, that they actually nailed it, the pap. They nailed it.
Really?
And even the meat, when I was having the chakalaka with the meat and the pap, and I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
La Para.
Yeah.
You're making
Who's
like,
cooking this? Yeah.
You know, and I'm thinking to myself, who is actually making it? Because you guys got it spot on. You know, and I mean, isn't that a Indian-owned spot?
It is, but I think they have,
they've got black chefs.
They have black chefs, yeah.
So
And
that's
look,
possibly it.
yeah, and I totally get you because pap is risky, dog.
Pap is very risky. You can
understand?
go wrong very quickly.
Very, very wrong.
Very
you go to the wrong restaurant and you find that the pap it's weak, it's muddy, you know what I mean?
Or it's that KFC instant pap nonsense.
Yeah.
I hate that pap, dog.
You know what I mean?
The KFC instant pap, I eat too much of it, but like, I hate it. It's
I
bad.
wonder what happens. Who cooks the pap in areas where there's a lot of white people or like maybe like colored people? I wonder.
I don't know. Probably colored people. Colored people do eat pap sometimes.
I know colored people from up north, they definitely do. Yeah. But it's a tricky meal.
Very
it's
tricky
definitely
meal.
better than duck or like sushi. So
yeah,
you know what I mean.
I mean, you can even spark a protest. You cook that pap wrong, it spark a protest. This is not the pap. This is not the pap. Bring us White Star.
That sounded like a KFC. What's it? Not KFC, a chicken licking ad. Yeah, that was like a proper ad, bro. Yo, chicken licking. If you are watching, dog, like listen,
Not
you know what I mean?
Nando's.
No, a chicken licking,
Chicken
dog.
licking.
Yeah, chicken licking ads
okay.
are like, you know what I mean? Like that one where the guy was trying to escape. I don't know if you guys know that one. This guy was trying to escape his whole life. He escaped through prison, through chains. But the one thing he couldn't escape through was the craving.
Yeah. Crazy one.
You know.
So, dude, yesterday, national shutdown, people were going on.
Yeah.
And we clearly now know it was a hoax or it was some sort of a political conversation. I don't know what the heck it was, but I just wished it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wished it happened. I wanted to spend a day home.
Bro.
I needed the Friday off.
Bro. And it was on a perfect day because it was on a Friday.
It was on a
you know what
Friday.
I mean? Yeah. Could have started
Long
like a
weekend,
proper long
bro,
weekend. And
long
next week
weekend.
it's also like a long weekend as well. apparently, yeah. So long weekend
But
next
wait,
week.
does that not fall? No. That fall. It's on a Thursday.
Oh,
So
okay.
Friday, wabereka, chief.
Hey. No, I'm going to be sick.
Unless
dog.
you're booking your leave.
Yeah, no, I'm going
You're
to
gonna be
be sick.
sick?
I'm going to be sick, yeah.
Boss, you heard him.
Manager, I just know.
Boss,
Someone
you
tell
heard
my
him.
manager.
You heard him.
That I was going to be late for them, you know what I mean? But yeah, look, I think for me, I feel like it was definitely a complete failure, bro. Definitely
I
a
agree.
complete failure.
I agree
And it was
totally.
sad because I was already ready not to go to work as well. You
Yeah,
know what I
bro.
mean? I'd even tweeted my manager. I was like, listen, you know I live in town, right? So like there's hardly any taxi. I don't use taxis. Like I use a My City, you know.
Just to get to work.
Just to get to work. If
Yeah.
I don't fly by helicopter, you know what I mean?
Find him on the helipad.
You understand? We do it
You're
different.
You're out there on that ladder,
Yeah,
boy. Like,
bro.
yeah,
We
yeah,
do-
drop me right here.
We do it different in Camps Bay, you know what I mean? It's like some other
boy.
different levels, you know. But I had already sort of imagined though. Can you imagine the contrast of helicopter and My City?
And My City.
There's not even an in between,
Dude,
like at least
dude.
the GTI
Or something,
and
yeah.
helicopter, you know what I mean?
Dude.
But anyway, I had already spoken to my manager, and I had already convinced them to say, listen, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't be coming, you know, I might die, you know what I mean? There's going to be like some hectic stuff.
For sure.
And the whole time I'm watching the news, my manager Shem had been like, listen, it's cool. We'll give you the, you can work at home, but it hasn't been confirmed yet, so be on standby.
For sure.
You know?
For
So
sure.
you can imagine on Thursday, I went out, by the way, on Thursday, but you can imagine the whole time I'm at La Barra, and I'm busy trying to refresh there. Like, what's going on? Like, is this thing happening or is it not? You know what I mean? Even at 5:30 in the morning, bro, I was still trying to like, look, is it shutting down or is it not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What were you looking forward to, though, on your side? Were you looking forward to the looting and the vandalism and the violence? Or were you just looking forward to spending a day at home?
That's
Because
how-
for me, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But, like, some people also feel like it's a cover-up to start, acting like, uncultured people and all of that stuff. When people
yeah.
start looting, as you know,
Oh,
these things
yeah.
always happen with protests.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
get out of hand, they start breaking,
Yeah.
doing all this stuff. Do you think it was, a vehicle for that?
Look, I think for me, let me answer the first question. I was just looking forward to like waking up at like 8:10 to log in at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? But I don't think it was a cover up, but what I do think is that they went about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Because what they were protesting as well was sort of something that I think the government sort of doesn't have power over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuel prices going up is like there's very little that the government can do regarding that.
about
You know,
it.
because we all know that it's clearly an issue regarding what's happening in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
the war and so onwards and whatnot. So when you measure South Africa to the global market, it's like it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what are we gonna tell Russia?
What are we gonna tell Russia?
You know what I mean? It's like it's not really gonna make sense.
Yeah, and it's
So-
not really gonna change even
Yeah.
for us and all that stuff. Hey,
Plus, the taxi association was also not involved.
looks like Stu's got something to say there. Put him on.
Yeah, it's on.
He's
Talk.
on. Speak, boy.
I've just got a question to ask. Ne? If we can't blame the government for the petrol increase, who can we blame? We just poured $200 to go to Weinberg from the hood to get to Weinberg, and the petrol at Tanyaza, dog.
It's already on reserve.
It's already on reserve, bruh.
Look, now you already
supposed to
know.
blame, dog?
It's like, look, now you already know that 100 Rand only gives you 4 liters of petrol, okay? So now you need to adjust your life and tighten the belt up a little bit more. And I
Yeah.
totally understand where you're coming from, because I feel like a lot of people want to look at it like, nah, y'all want to slow the economy down. Nah,
Yeah.
y'all want to, just do things that's going to set us back. We come from COVID. We come
Yeah,
from
yeah.
this and that. But then it's like, yo, myself as the citizen, as the resident, as somebody who just lives in South Africa,
Yeah.
I'm taking the brunt of everything.
Yeah.
When is it going to be okay for me to say, hey, Yasin,
Yeah.
Tigiwe?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this much. There's no revolution that happened without violence. Show me
Yeah,
one.
no, now you're starting problems. Now you're starting problems.
Show me one.
dog.
I'm not saying let's
Nah,
go
nah,
fight,
nah.
right? I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
saying
yeah.
I'll
What
never
are you
condone.
saying then? What are you saying?
I'm just saying when people become agitated and they're not being listened to,
Yeah.
the only means they will resort to is go clap.
Look,
But what are you gonna do? Yabona ke, that one needs to be clapped instantly. No, it's no longer happening. But he, for coming up with that idea, needs to be clapped.
And he sort of did a clap, man.
Umdala kangaka.
Ramaphosa sort of
So
clapped him in a way. It was
in a
like,
way,
relax with that flag, relax with it. That was like a backhand slap. They're like, oh, pow,
Shut
you know
that
what I
thing
mean?
down.
Shut it down quickly, dog, you know? Look, I think you're totally right, because if you do look at the biggest revolution, I mean, you look at ANC as well, right? In South Africa,
dog.
when we were protesting and we were protesting peacefully, no one took them seriously.
Nobody
you know?
took them seriously. It's
But
so-
until Mkonto Siso was created and now people are shutting down the country, that's when then it was a different shift, you know?
Umkhonto wesizwe.
Ay, man, man. Don't do that to me now. Don't do that to me now.
They trolling
Huh?
you, hopes.
You are late, Chief. But hey.
That's killer on the mic, by the way. Anybody who doesn't know, that's killer on the mic.
Yeah.
Host killer today.
Let's go, Killer.
So today is host killer. Shout out, Brody.
Shout out, boys. So yeah, man. So I feel like you're totally right. There needs to be blood on the streets before, you know, people can really take you seriously.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think for me, what kills me is that at the end of the day, what happens is that you end up damaging your own property.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Your own businesses, you know?
For sure.
Imagine we're busy talking now and then they're striking and they come in here and now they're starting, they break laptop, you know, kill the podcast, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
They take this mic, they throw it in the window, you know what I mean? Yeah.
They could never.
It would be rough, exactly, you know what I mean? So violence is not always the
It's
issue,
not always the answer.
but it sometimes is the necessary
It's
one.
a necessary
Yeah.
action. Because like you were saying, it's not up until ANC took up the armed struggle. When they took up arms, that's when it was like, yo, now we need to act, you know, type of thing. And I just think it's such a bad trait about human beings in general, because that you can bring down to something between two people in JVL. You know, you'll find those people that are just constantly provoking.
Yeah.
Like you tell them, hey, yo, I don't appreciate you doing this. Hey, yo, can you please do that? Can you please not speak to me in this manner? You know, that type of stuff. And then they still get, then there you lose it and you're like, it's you know, how could you? Oh my God. You know?
Do you think that's why like the taxi drivers always get it right?
The taxi drivers don't give
You know what I
a
mean? They don't
ish.
give a fuck,
They
bro.
don't give a ish.
They
They
give a
close
fuck.
down the freeway, dog. You remember that day they strike?
I remember.
I'm telling you, dog, that's
Yeah.
why I believe if the taxi drivers are not involved in this national shutdown, we won't see it happen.
No.
They need to lead it, dog.
When the taxi drivers, when they strike, they strike. Like, I think there's no strike like the taxi driver strike. You know what I mean? When they announce that, okay, guys, listen, on the 24th of this month, you know what I mean, there's going to be a strike. Then you best believe.
It's happening, G. You know, it's not hearsay or I know we're gonna flake just before the day.
Yeah.
Nah, it's definitely happening with
And
the
it's
taxi
because
drivers.
they come with that violence, bro.
They
come
don't.
with the- like they're ready.
They don't do two ways about it.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what they're about, and they're gonna be listened to. By the way, they get answers. They get their stuff sorted out. Hey,
I think the taxi association in South Africa is basically our mafia. It's our instance of mafia. Think about it, like, you know what I mean?
For real.
Like they're a mafia. Firstly, they don't listen to government. They don't listen to their customers. Which, if you look at,
they don't listen to each other. No,
they
neither.
also don't- you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
mean, if you look at how a criminal organization like a mafia is run, when a drug dealer sells drugs, they don't listen to the customer.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a fuck,
Nah,
G.
dog. They don't care if you're complaining about pricing, dog.
Or whatever.
If they tell you this fucking weed is 150, it's 150.
It's 150.
You're not going to negotiate.
Klar.
Don't you feel like that when you get into a taxi sometimes?
Hey, sure. Do you know the only thing I hate about them? Some of them, what they now started doing is that, I remember this one day, my friend and I are driving in Mowbray and we happened to stop nearby the taxi rank. So this dude sitting in the car can spot his cousin, little cousin, like
Sure.
young boy, can spot him in the taxi sitting in there, right? And then he's like, the boy went for extra classes, it's a Saturday. We're here, I see him in the taxi, I'm going to call him out to come and ride with us instead.
Sure,
Save you
sure.
R7, buy some cracker snack. Hey, he goes to call the boy comes into the car. Does this taxi driver not follow the kid and be like,
Oh, shit, yeah.
"Usosibhatala esa stool." Are you gonna pay for that seat? Like, what the fuck, dog? Like, do you now have claim over me when I step into your taxi type shit? You know, it's like, no, dog, it's my choice. I can step out. You might be missing one person there.
Yeah.
And I decide, driver, you don't tell me I must still pay for my seat.
Yeah.
Fuck it, no, you don't have that right.
Yeah,
and that's one of my issues with them, that they want to run our lives almost,
Yes.
you know, when we're in there. And they have no respect for you even, you
Yes,
know, when you're in their car. But
yes.
we can't do without them in this instance.
Sometimes they even tell you what to do with your own car, dog. Your own car, dog. Like, as if they're helping you pay the installment on it. You know what I mean? Like, they'll tell you, dog. Like, you'll go to, like, the next neighborhood to go and get another colleague. Or maybe go get your girlfriend because you guys are going together. When you get there, if you pick her up at the wrong spot, they'll tell you, like, nah, dog.
G.
In fact, get out of the car. You're coming with us now. Give us the key. We'll deal with
It's
you
rough.
later, dog.
You know,
You know
so
what I mean?
it's that type of balls we need for this shutdown, though.
Yeah,
The fact that they have the balls to go through and do that to you.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even know who you are. You could literally whip out something right there and be like, hey.
Clean,
Yeah,
same
so
time. Who was even organizing the shutdown? Because I feel like it was like some whack-ass people.
So I don't know which
Definitely not
part
the EFF though. It's definitely not the
exactly,
EFF.
because I was about to say, I was allude to that somebody
Yeah.
said the EFF are the ones that need to organize that shutdown.
Yeah.
And then only will it happen. Otherwise, all of these other ones talking. Apparently, Kosatu's planning something for next week, though.
Kosatu doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
It still exists. Isn't that like 1945? What's going on now?
Wow.
What's going on?
I'm not politically inclined, but I know what I read, though. I know what I read.
Nah,
yeah.
man. All I'm saying is I feel like some of these political parties
And
they
these
should resign,
organizations,
dog. They
yeah.
should resign. They're not relevant.
Yeah, they're not.
Let's be honest. They're not relevant. You know what I mean?
They're
I mean, ANC is also like, you know, it's very hard for it to be relevant these days. You know what I mean?
Well, they're the
regarding the
biggest
youth,
party.
though. Regarding the youth, you know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So I feel like Kosatu, they've lost it, dog. They've lost it, my G.
That's
know?
a crazy one, though.
I mean, even the unions. You think about the unions. If specifically youth, that's what
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Because
Yeah.
I'm not 45 or like, you know. Excuse anyone that's 45, by the way, but otherwise, I'm not
We ain't shady,
45, you know. So I'm not speaking for any 45-year-olds. I'm just speaking for the people that I know. You know what I mean?
your age group,
My
and
age
below.
group and below. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The people that like.
Hey, man, you can
grooving.
never speak for my 2K nowadays, bro.
Yeah.
That was on
No,
another.
That's a different generation.
That's a different.
Yeah,
Killer
that's
will
a-
give us
that's
some
a-
tips there.
Yeah, because it looks like a 2000. That one.
Himself.
You can just see him. You know,
He doesn't
you-
like that one. He
you
doesn't
know-
like that one.
You know what it is? It's that fucking fur, dog. That's what makes you 2000.
So picture this, ne?
yeah.
Now we're stressed because petrol is 25 rand a liter.
Sure.
100 rand only gives you 4.
Sure.
Can you imagine? Got 50 rand. I used to be able to go to varsity, go CPUT. I lived in Easter River. That was 30 Ks out.
Oh,
I
yeah.
could go with 50 rand, could go to varsity and come back every day.
Oh, yeah.
Now 100 rand is not even enough. Then Ramapipi goes.
Utubani.
Ramapipi. I think it's gonna have me arrested and
Yo.
fined. I've been dropping some shit on him.
Hey, it's late for
He
us.
goes and then does some totally weird shit where he hides a crime that happened at Phala farm. And apparently this is also fueling people now a little bit more. The fact that they now heard about that whole scandal and they are also paying so much money for fuel and they feel like government is not doing anything. People already feel like Cyril is just a mascot.
Yeah.
What's to happen, bro?
Yo, I think we're in a different political
Hey,
situation.
warning, yeah, yo.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you're getting heated up. You might need to take that jersey off. I know it looks amazing on you, but hey, you know, I think we're in a different like political situation right now because, I mean, there's a lot of things happening. He's also going to elections, like they're going to elections, you know, by the end of the year. So, like all these things that are adding up, you know, people are getting hard for basically.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
That's
People are
true.
getting hard for. You know, some of them can't get in at like, you know, Cubana and APF. So, you know what I mean? It's like, Nama would be angry is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You know, alcohol prices are going up. You know what I mean? Like, it's getting a little bit crazy. So it makes sense for them to actually be able to. But I don't see the connection.
Here's the connection.
Between the shutdown and Ramaphosa. I don't see it.
Here's the connection. The shutdown is being done because the fuel prices are very high, right? And on top of that, that's a chain effect. You know, you already know. food price is gonna go up, everything else is gonna go up, right?
Yeah.
And then Urama Pipiena in his home at Phala Farm. Ramatlov, dog. In his home in Phala Farm, he's hiding 60 million rand there in the seats.
Yeah.
He's got money galore.
Yeah.
You know, we don't.
In
We're
dollars.
busy.
In dollars, dog.
Nochal.
Shit,
$4 million he's got in the seats there,
Shit,
which
man.
equates to 60 million rand in South Africa.
Ramaphosa, dog, if you're listening, I know you like our podcast. Listen, counting yana, just 2 million yana. Just,
He
send
must
it this way,
subsidize
dog.
us with that 4 million rand for
You
the
understand,
few livings,
dog.
Subsidize us with
We'll
that
start the
man,
ice
dog.
cream
It's sitting
company.
in your couch, dog. Come on.
1 million yana, dog, so you can buy a different code, dog.
Here's where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
To show you that he doesn't even care about the 60 million rand.
Yeah.
He catches the culprits, pays them each 150,000
Yo.
rand to shut up, and then what?
Yo. You understand?
Telling you.
That scene, it's a whole movie. Like, what's happening there for me, it's a movie. You know what I mean? And for me, it basically says to me, like, if I want to get rich, all I need to do is go and rob Ramaphosa. You understand? Because all that means is that I won't have to go to jail, and at the end of the day, I'll get paid. You know what I mean? So if I steal his car, he'll just come back and be like, my man, don't worry, listen, keep quiet. Here's the 400,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we don't want
Keep
you
the
to
car,
keep
in
the
fact,
car.
You know what I mean? So I feel like, look, the whole saga was mismanaged. You know what I mean?
Like,
it was
extremely.
totally mismanaged.
Extremely.
And it's sad because he's the president, and as the president, you'd want him to take decisions or make decisions that are decisive, that are clear. And in the mess that he is right now, it's almost like when you catch a young child doing something that he knows he's not supposed to do, and he looks confused.
Like,
oh shit.
He wants to deny it, but he can't.
He can't. You know what I mean?
He was
And
caught
that-
red-handed.
Bro, and that Arthur Oak is also just going in, dog. What's
Yeah.
his name again?
Arthur Fraser.
Arthur Fraser.
Yeah.
He's
Former
going in
spy.
with the facts, dog.
Former spy. You can't
He's
trust
going
him
in with
either.
the facts, dog. Exactly. You can't. He's apparently as well aligned with Zuma.
Oh.
Yeah. He's apparently aligned with Zuma. He's a long time comrade with Zuma and whatnot. And he was from the time of Zuma.
Okay.
So you can imagine the political, warfare that's going on around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that time we just here wanting to vibe, dog. You know what I mean? We just, and there's
We
a
just
whole
want to hear
fucking,
Killer G sing.
You know what I mean, dog?
In peace,
You know.
dog, and not worry.
Nah, man. Now the guys are in a mess, and that's why I was like. Also, I just feel like politically they're not relevant for us. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's because when you look at them and you look at what they're talking about, what's going on, it doesn't speak to the ordinary young person.
in
yes,
SA.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So
man. For real,
they
for
must
real.
get cancelled. In fact, we must put them on the fucking list.
We're putting who on the fucking list first?
The ANC.
Oh, all of them,
Yeah, all of them.
including the robbers.
Yeah, I
For
know
not wearing a mask.
The robbers are G's
For
though.
not wearing a mask. Those ones have too many balls.
Yeah.
I think G got something to say there. For sure,
Sure.
man.
You're putting the ANC on the bucket list.
Yeah.
But you guys are in the Western Province, which is not ran by
Yeah.
the ANC. So your guys' first impact or even first feeling of
Yeah.
government is not ANC.
Yeah.
Where do you guys take the stance from? Is it from the social media or the news in which you guys have been reading, or is it from personal experience?
Yeah, look, so when we started the bucket list, we started it. The first one was DA. yeah. They were the foundation.
They were the foundation of the bucket list.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It was the DA. It was bold, and then it was Cubana. You understand? Cubana. Listen, this is a very dynamic podcast. You know what I mean? We talk politics and
We talk
everything
and
involved.
everything
Like you
else.
understand?
Yeah.
So the DA for us,
It's already there.
it's already it's number one on the list, because we live here and we know. I think I shared this the last time. I once saw a poster, I think it was last year when they were campaigning, and the poster read, with the current mayor, it read, Cape Town works. Let's keep it that way. And for me, I was like, There
Works
it is.
for who?
There it is. You know what I mean? That says it all. You know?
Works for who?
Because for the ordinary black person, Cape Town doesn't work. In fact, for the ordinary South African person that understands the dynamics of South Africa, Cape Town doesn't work.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give you an example. Rent here is expensive, dog. Like,
That's too much.
like say, dog. Like, yo, like, dog.
Ridiculously, dog. Ridiculously.
Like I live in the city, dog. I'm dying, dog. I don't have food in my fridge,
Exactly.
dog. I'm not playing. You know what I mean? Like, dog, you know. But it's rough, dog. Like, you know. Priorities.
No, this was sponsored. Okay? This was sponsored.
So the DA is definitely on the list. It's always been there. You know, it's one of the founding fathers of
the fuck it list.
You know what I mean?
And if I'm to add to what he's saying, I think essentially the stance also comes from the fact that we're not blind, man. We're seeing everything going on in the country. We can't receive hundreds and millions of rands of relief funds for COVID and then they're missing in a week. Whose hands did that money yabona come to? Definitely the ANC, because they are the national government. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And and whatever happens nationally obviously trickles down to a municipal level as well, you know?
Yeah.
So fuck them, dog. Let's put them on the fucking list. ANC, you're officially on the fucking list.
Every single one of you guys, like Tupac said, fuck your mom, fuck your girlfriend, your whatnot. Everyone, dog, like everyone.
I wasn't taking it there.
Is in the ANC.
I wasn't taking it there. Yo, you blew right over the top. Yo, you went off.
Off rap day.
Yo. Sharp Kev. Was your seatbelt on? Tell you what though, since we were also talking about the DA, I found this interesting article, bro. There's a airline.
Yeah.
Guys, what's the Wi-Fi password here? I need to be online with this quick.
Yeah.
Come enter the Wi-Fi password here, bro.
Let me hotspot you.
They don't have. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, you're gonna busy hotspot there.
Sure. guys, I live in Campsby, dog.
Come on, dog.
Come on, guys.
Come
How
on,
do you guys
dog.
take me? How do you guys take me, guys? You know what I mean?
So
The one next to Langa, dog. You don't know those one there on the side, dog. That's the one, dog. I tell you, dog. We have a double story, Mukuku, dog. I've got a view of the city, dog. Yeah.
So I was saying, my G, I find this interesting article there
Here's
online.
the password.
So
fuck. The password is
fuck this dude 45.
45.
Sweet.
Yeah. So fuck you, basically.
Yeah, ne? We got a thing for
You know
fun.
that guy? You know I put that as my password. You know that guy that just never has daughter
Yeah.
and always wants your daughter. So like it's
Dog,
it's hard to tell people sometimes yo guy, you've been asking for my daughter, you know what I mean? So I thought, listen, let me put it in my password.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll get the hint,
Exactly. You and I have something in common because my Wi-Fi password at home is stay the fuck away. And so every time everybody asks me, what's your Wi-Fi password? Stay the fuck away.
Yeah, they need to get the fuck away, bro.
But to get back to the story, G, Ryanair. You know Ryanair? So Ryanair is this Irish airline. It's an airline from Ireland. And apparently it stands by this South African language quiz when you're going into the island. So essentially what they are saying is that, so they are like a budget airline, and they say it's insisting that all South Africans traveling on flights to the UK must provide their nationality by taking a test. Here's where it gets tricky.
Okay.
In the Afrikaans language.
Afrikaans.
In the Afrikaans language. So no matter you a vendor, no matter you a Sutu, no matter you a Zulu, no matter you a Xhosa, no matter you are white, English speaking, you must go and do an Afrikaans test there to prove that you are a true South African.
Those guys are crazy.
80 blow van onze fucking hemel.
Bro.
80 blow van
They're
onze
fucking
hemel,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
They're
That's
fucking
exactly
crazy.
what's going on.
But hold on. They're in Ireland, so what the fuck do they even know about Afrikaans?
Exactly.
What do you even know about
What
Afrikaans?
do they know?
Like,
What do they know?
what
do they know?
it doesn't
Not
make
even.
sense.
They just allow you to travel. If you don't agree to take the test, then you're not gonna travel with them. to wherever you need
Yeah,
to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
And this is a plane.
And this is apparently a security measure that they are installing into their procedures.
They must think
because
we're still
they say
terrorists or
that there's
something, I don't know.
there's a whole lot of cases of fraudulent passports getting through from people coming from South Africa.
Are they sure?
Yeah, in fact, that's what the article says. Let me read
Wait,
this.
we're
Let me read
doing
this to you.
fake passports now.
That's been a thing though, SA.
Really?
Yeah. So the policy has caused outrage in South Africa, where many black people associate Afrikaans with the days of white minority rule. As you know, South Africa has 11 official languages, and Ryanair has not explained why it chose Afrikaans specifically. In a statement to the BBC, Ryanair said it had to carry out the extra test because substantially increased cases of fraudulent South African passports being used to enter the UK. Any airline found to have taken a passenger to the UK on a fake passport faces a fine of £2,000, $2,500, that is.
You know what
Yeah,
that sounds like?
From the UK authorities.
You know what that sounds like? That sounds like them saying people that speak Afrikaans can't commit fraud.
Almost.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
You
feel
know what I mean?
I feel you.
Because
I feel
if
you.
I just need to speak Afrikaans or do a test and pass it in Afrikaans, then for them it's like, okay, no, when you're good. You know what I mean? You're not. You can speak Afrikaans, so you can't do any fraud. When
Yeah.
you speak Afrikaans, you can't do fraud. Yeah, you know.
And that's
But
really-
if you speak Spady, hey, fraud, fraud, when Makosa, you're fraud, you guys.
And here's the tricky thing, right? Only 13% of South Africans actually speak Afrikaans as a first language. The most spoken language, can you guess?
Of course, Zulu.
Thank you.
And
It
I
is.
hate
It's
it that it's Zulu,
dog.
but anyway.
The most
But they're not
spoken
gonna dance
language,
it.
dog, is isiZulu. So
Yeah.
now you check, and Xhosa
Zulu
comes
too.
in second, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Xhosa comes in second as the most spoken language in SA. Why not isiZulu rather, when you know that that's the dominant language in that country?
Yeah, nah.
You feel me?
I feel you.
Because now, obviously, it's going to become like a racial conversation and all of that.
Yeah.
But it still is a valid question. Why would you choose Afrikaans? Do you know how many kids made sure they didn't go to the Afrikaans
Yo,
class?
dog.
They bunked.
I did Afrikaans for 12 years, dog. I did, yeah, for 12 years. And the only thing I learned was your masapus. Literally, dog, you know what I mean? Like, literally. I'm not lying. It's the truth, That's all I remember, you know what I mean? Like, Ulekala, that's all I remember. So it's like, that thing is totally unfair. You know what it actually sounds like before you carry on? It sounds like, when brands, in South African brands, right? When they hire an agency to do their marketing and whatnot,
Sure.
right? And then, but they market into a black market,
Sure.
which they don't understand, right?
Sure.
And then what they do is that they do an ad like the one with clicks. Those
Yeah,
ad on
yeah, the
clicks.
Inecto hair. Was it Inecto hair?
Yeah, something like that. Tresemme,
Tresemme,
yes,
sorry,
Tresemme.
Tresemme.
Then they do an
Well, I
ad.
come with Inecto.
So they'll do an ad where trying to market to black people, but it's just white people chilling in there. You know what I mean? And then they miss the point entirely. They don't have enough people of color, enough people of diversity to be able to say, but guys, this doesn't make sense.
To resonate properly with the market.
You understand what I mean? So for me, it sounds like that. It sounds like it was just some guys in a boardroom somewhere in Ireland, dude, Ireland, it doesn't sound like there was even one black person there.
Dude.
In Ireland.
Dude, the British government says it does not require the extra test to be carried out, as well as not explaining why it chose Afrikaans rather than any other South African language. Ryanair did not say whether it carried out similar tests for any other nationality. To make matters worse.
Wait, so is it just a South African
this is-
thing?
Dog, it's
Oh,
them.
let's try
It's
it.
them as an airline saying, take the test.
Ah,
The
let's
British
try
government
it.
doesn't require it.
We
So
must-
why am I doing
We
it?
must send the taxi association and we must deal with it, dog.
We're
They
gonna send
always make
Santaco.
shit happen, dog.
We're gonna send Santaco.
Dog. They need to make something happen, dog. Do they do the same thing with, I know, for instance, in like Sweden, like all these, what's this place again? Like these.
The Scandinavian countries.
Scandinavia,
Yeah.
Some of them, they don't have a native language. Like they'll speak
Sweet.
French, for instance, they'll
Oh.
speak German and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if they will
Oh yeah,
do
it's
this.
been like a mixture of that.
Yeah,
and
of like
because I know Switzerland,
European-
they've got like Swiss German.
Yeah,
Switzerland,
it's like,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah. I agree.
It's a hybrid language.
You know, so they'll speak like different languages, you know what I
Sure.
mean? So I wonder if like they do the same thing for them. Because I mean, it just does not make sense, bro.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, that's what the airline is saying.
Yeah. What
Fake
are people going
passports.
to Ireland for anyway? I don't know. What's
I don't
interesting
know.
on Ireland?
McGregor's from there.
Yeah. Except McGregor.
Except I don't know.
Yeah.
They make some
Oh,
nice
no,
whiskeys.
they do whiskey. Yes,
Yeah, they do some nice whiskeys.
Yes,
They must
yes,
import
yes.
a lot from Ireland here. I mean, you're a whiskey bar.
Probably. Yeah. Yo, we're gonna get cancelled
Guys,
in this bar then.
No, they're not gonna get
We're
cancelled.
gonna
They
get
must
cancelled.
no, they must revoke their
This
business.
is a whiskey bar, and we're talking shit about
Ireland.
Like you
No, they must revoke their business, and then Ireland's gonna feel the pinch.
Ooh, yeah. That could work as
Possibly.
well. That could work as well.
Possibly.
Yeah. Guys, just don't go to Ireland. I mean, those amazing places.
Or use another
all around.
airline.
Another airline.
Yeah. Or use another airline.
Oh, she was like, we
Mara
can speak
still,
Afrikaans.
Mara
Yeah,
still.
this
Very
one.
exclusionary.
It's very exclusionary.
Very
bruh.
exclusionary. Yeah.
I can't speak anything of Afrikaans.
It
bruh.
the diepte van
Nah,
ons hier, yeah.
They're crazy, man.
Does not work, bro. Does not work. I guess now
Just go
we have
Limpopo,
to
guys. Like, if you can't go to Ireland, come to Limpopo.
come to Limpopo.
Yeah, there's mountains there. And Mopani worms and stuff, you know?
Listen to that. I actually never had Mopani worms in my life. And I
Fucking
hear
amazing.
they're nice, bro.
They're amazing. Shit slaps, right? Fuck yeah, bro. They slap, bro. Come on, bro. They slap, bro. Listen, the best way, I'm gonna tell you how to cook them as well. Because, like, you
We
know,
need to
Cape
be
Town-
out of here.
Cape Town is a problem. We've got, what, 2 seconds, eh?
2 seconds
We need
left.
to go. Okay. Cape Town is a problem because Cape Town is so far from, like, South Africa that it's its own country in a way. You know what I mean? So all that deliciousness there in the north never really was able to get this side.
down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
But otherwise, if you ever get your hands on some mopani worms, what you do is you boil them, and then, but you don't put too much water, you know, you just put just enough water, and then you let the water dry. And when you let them dry, you just pour a little bit of oil just to you know, make them fry and look amazing, you know what I mean? And then you put pap on the side. I swear to God, my G.
Wait.
You'll migrate to Limpopo, dog. You'll never come back this
So,
side,
you're going to invite me for a Mopani dinner, ne?
Definitely.
You're inviting me for a Mopani
I got you.
Dog, let's say our goodbyes, yo. We need to be out of here.
Let's do it. You don't catch them, man. They catch you.
Cheers, yeah. I feel like it's been nice. It's been dope. We are out at Yobo Love, man. 86 Short Market Street in Cape Town. They are a whiskey and wine lounge. Come and check them out. Killer's going to be performing right after this. I wish we could record his whole set, though, yeah?
Yeah, man. Next time we'll
Have that as
definitely
an
do
insert.
that. As an insert, ne?
Yeah,
He's
we
always
should.
trying to add shit to like the editing process, and I'm always complaining
I don't do
I
it.
do the
'Cause
editing
I don't do
process.
it.
It's like more work for me and shit. You know what I mean? But otherwise, man. Thank you very much to the guys that organized this, Killer G, you know what I mean, to Yobo as well. Thank you to Akbar, he's in the house as well. We've got Lona in the house as well. We've got George, we've got Kusta. We've got a whole lot of people.
We got Uzi
Uzi in
and
the
the
house as
Stu
well.
and the
We've got
Cree
Stu,
and the
everybody's in
crew.
here. We've
Hey,
got
we've
the
got
black girl that also speaks Afrikaans, but we're going to let her be.
Wait.
You know what I mean?
We've got a celebrity here, but we don't want to sound like we're leveraging, so we won't say.
Yeah.
But we are graced with greatness.
You understand? By the way, no, it's talking about me, by the way. It's talking about me. The podcast name is called It-Could-Have-Been-A-Braai.
Check us out on all socials, ICHBB.
We are.